Am I the a-hole for not helping my sister to remove something that insults her? My sister cheated on her husband. Her husband is a restaurant owner. He has one of those quirky restaurants with funny food names. It's all one-liners. I'm not a fan of it because I find it embarrassing, but the food is good. Once the divorce went through, he added a menu item along the lines of Sarah's cheating chicken ass. My sister's name is something super generic, and I know like 19 Sarahs. A friend sent Sarah the menu and she was outraged. She came to me to ask me to help her take it down. I'm not a lawyer and don't plan to be, but I've taken corporate law courses and have friends that are lawyers. But I don't want to help her. In my personal opinion, she deserves this and I don't want to get involved. The only ones that would know who this is about already know the story. So there is not really a case for defamation. And there are too many Sarahs. The only thing we could do is send a cease and desist letter. But that's not legally binding and it's a hassle. I told my sister so and she got mad at me and told our parents, who say that what her ex is doing is worse than what she did. Am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. The fact that she claims this is worse than her cheating on her ex-husband tells me that she's going to present herself as the victim regardless of what you do. So you might as well stick to your guns. I'd go buy one of those meals and encourage the ex, not stay home. Also, does she not know about this Streisand effect? The more you try to censor something, the more known it becomes. This is a win-win for the poor ex-husband. Either he gets a laugh or he has to take it off the menu. But the entire town knows that his ex-wife Sarah cheated on him and got butthurt that he called her out. Even though he will definitely name something else the ex-wife lost at lasagna or the cheating ex-wife Streisand salad. And when he takes it off the menu, it can be renamed to XYZ's cheating chicken ass. Not stay home. She made her bed, now she can lay her cheating chicken butt in it. Served on a bed of lettuce with a side wiener. Not stay home. She's welcome to consult a lawyer. You would be the a-hole if you started picking up the dish as takeout and serving it to her, but a funny a-hole. Lol, but no. I'm vegetarian and it's a fried chicken dish. Not stay home. Although even if I ate chicken, I'd never order chicken butt. And cheating chicken butt herself should remember that she will only become infamous should she attempt to publicize this. Absolutely. I would lay good odds that at least half the people reading the menu will think it's a reference to cheating on your diet, and another quarter or so of them will wonder if it's a reference to a song. Vanishingly few customers will think, oh yeah, the owner's ex-wife cheated on him, and he's immortalized her in a chicken dish. Unless, of course, she tries to sue him and the story goes viral. Next story is titled, Am I the a-hole for bringing my entire family to the restaurant where my girlfriend was working as a server in order to meet her? I, 24 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 26 female, for several months. She works as a server at a local popular restaurant. My family has been for a few weeks now asking to meet her. I have 2 older sisters, 31 and 27, as well as 3 nieces and mother and father who are both in their late 50s. My girlfriend doesn't have a good relationship with her parents and has expressed envy over me having a good relationship with mine. I've asked her a few times to come with me to meet my family, but she's always had an excuse why she couldn't. So anyway, last weekend I brought my whole family, my parents as well as my sisters and their husbands and their kids, to a restaurant. I requested a table in her section. When she saw us, I could tell that she was taken aback. But she did her job well, and even took the time to talk to us and get to know my parents, sisters, brothers-in-law, and nieces as well as she could, while still doing her job and taking care of her other customers. Upon leaving, my entire family expressed that they really liked her, that I was lucky, and that they were glad to have met her. They also left her a huge tip. I thought the whole thing was fine. However, after she got off her shift, my girlfriend texted me and said, "Thanks a lot, you jackass." I called her and she went off on me about how I shouldn't have blindsided her by bringing my whole family, and how she should have had a chance to meet my family on her terms. I responded that she didn't seem to want to meet my family whenever I brought it up, so that if it were to ever happen, this was the way it figured out. But she said that what I did was wrong, and that she had to give my family special attention at the expense of her other tables, which I think wasn't true. Maybe I shouldn't have sprung my whole family on her in the way I did, but it went well, and I am kind of annoyed that she can't see that. You're the a-hole. The update will be that she dumped you and that you're surprised. She's right. You've blindsided her with something that she's having difficulty coping with. Instead of easing her into another possible meeting scenario, offering only meeting one of your sisters at a time, for example, and respecting whatever decision she made, you show up with your whole family at her place of work. So not only you are ignoring her opinions, but you're also putting her on a tough time at work. Please update us that she broke up with you. Not only at work, but in a situation in which she literally has to serve them. You're the a-hole. And it's not even as if he turned up with just his parents or just one of his siblings, for example. He blindsided her with his parents, his siblings, their spouses, and their kids. The whole bloody shebang. You're the a-hole, OP. Big time. He's already the a-hole for just showing up with so many people and requesting a specific server section without a reservation. Adding into context that it was his girlfriend's section, and that he was bombarding her with his family she was meeting for the first time, really just catapults this even further into you're the a-hole territory. Beyond a-hole. Oh, you're the a-hole for sure. How uncomfortable for her. Regardless that her family liked her and left a huge tip. Yuck. I'd be so pissed at you if it was me. The fact that you don't see an issue is a huge issue. You should be very apologetic to her. Next story. Am I the a-hole for moving my 3 best friends into my new house when I have a boyfriend? For 6 years, I rented a shared house with my friends Jessica, Megan, and Becky. We each paid $880 a month for rent and utilities, and I'd been saving up for a down payment on my own house. I was in a relationship with Bruce, but he'd said he wasn't ready to live together, so when I wanted to become a homeowner, I figured I need to do it myself. We'd been seeing each other casually for a year and been in a committed relationship for a year for context. I found a house that needed a bit of work, but I'm handy, and the mortgage came to $680 a month, plus $350 a month for taxes and insurance. The utilities come out to about $300 a month if I was to heat and use the whole house. I asked my friends if they'd want to move into my house. We could all save some money. We could split the utilities and taxes and insurance 4 ways. And I'd ask for $75 each a month towards my mortgage because I didn't think it was fair to ask them to pay much towards my mortgage when I'm the one building equity in my home. I wasn't wanting to profit off my friends like a landlord. So it'd be a good deal for me. I'd be paying $617 a month instead of $1,330 monthly cost. And my friends would be paying $237 a month for rent and utilities instead of $880, which was our old rent. And they could save up for their own house down payment that way. They said yes. They also all offered to help me with my DIY work and renovation I'll be doing, since I'm charging so little in rent, and since they want to learn how to do their own work for when they get houses too. So that's so helpful, having 3 extra pairs of hands around. This month, my friends and I made a big move, and around that time my boyfriend wanted to have a more serious financial talk. He wanted to know how long I'd be renting out the rooms in my house, and I said I wasn't sure. My friends are trying to save up to buy too, so I'd want to live with them for a while. He asked why they couldn't save up in their old house, and I said because that was $880 a month, not $237. He was incredulous I was only charging that much for rent and utilities. And he said he thought I was renting rooms out to pay down my mortgage. I could rent each room for $700 at least, and more that would cover my mortgage and make a profit. I was like, I'm not trying to make a profit off my friends, not even have them pay for my mortgage. He said he honestly didn't like that I was renting out rooms and still living in a shared house like a sorority girl, but was alright with it thinking it was a smart financial decision. But now when I'm not even making a profit? He said I seemed immature still wanting to live in a party house and not be thinking about our future. I said I thought he didn't want to move towards living together yet. And he said that he was thinking maybe not this year, but maybe next. I said that we could talk about him moving in time, and he shut that down saying he wants an adult home and not a sorority house. He feels like I was thoughtless and not thinking about our future. Am I the a-hole for moving my friends into my house? Edit. A lot of people are suggesting I charge my friends more because of maintenance costs or me taking on all the risks. I was expecting to be the sole owner and fully responsible for the house's costs before buying, and budgeted for that case. Having friends stay with me and have my monthly costs is a bonus, but I'm not treating it like a landlord situation. I intended to buy myself a house and be fully responsible for my own house. Having friends stay with me, keep me company, and help me out with the DIY and the bills is an added bonus. So basically, I don't see it as a business where I'm trying to profit or make my friends responsible for my responsibilities as an owner. I just see it as me as a homeowner, and I happen to have some friends lodging. Not stay home. Allow me to translate. Why are you letting them live with you and charging them only $75 a month when you could be letting me live with you and charge only $74 a month? I'd recommend rethinking the relationship. Haha, the funny thing is, if he wanted to move in together without my friends there, he wouldn't be paying what one of them are. He'd be paying closer to what three of them are. Because I know he doesn't want to live in a house full of girls. His opinion on this is honestly irrelevant. He openly said he doesn't want to move in. It has no intentions of moving in for a stated amount of time. You and your friends are in a win-win situation, and that's the bottom line. You're not a-hole. If he keeps pushing or such, remember 3 good friends are more healthy than 1 questionable partner. Not a-hole at all. I do think your friends could pay you a bit more though, but I know you said you don't want that. I think maybe you should have an ex-boyfriend though. The other aspect is that the house could use some work. Repainting, upgrades, etc. And my friends all offered to help with the DIY work to contribute since I'm not asking a lot financially. They want to learn some DIY skills and how to use tools for when they get their own homes. And I'm getting free help with home renovations, which wouldn't come cheap if I had to hire guys. So I feel like it's something that we're all happy with and all benefiting from. The fact that he keeps referring to it as a sorority house tells me it thinks of you as a child trying to form a club with your friends, as opposed to an adult buying and fixing up a house with your friends living there in a mutually beneficial arrangement. He also seems to think the only way you can be an adult about it is by involving him in the house instead, but you know, only when he feels like it. Pretty big red flag here. Yeah. I felt like it made at least some sense as a joke because my roommates are some of my sorority sisters from college, and we host parties for some of our other old friends from Greek life too. So it honestly does feel like a grown-up version of our sorority house at times. The 4 of us have lived together since college, first in a sorority house, then our first rental house, now my current house. We've actually joked that we are the Alpha Omega Epsilon granny house. But it's so condescending he calls it a sorority house in a non-joking way. Like it's a joke between my friends and I. But he was acting like we were actually acting like kids. I feel like he sees me as immature for still living with the same group of girls that I was in college. Like I'm still living the college girl lifestyle. And yeah, we like throwing parties and having girls' nights sometimes. But we all work full-time jobs, are being financially responsible, and definitely have grown up a lot since we met at 18. Last story. Am I the a-hole for letting my daughter disrespect my girlfriend and refusing to punish her after she called my girlfriend some names? Plus little update. I, 34 male, have a daughter, Haley, 18 female, with my ex, 34 female. Yes, I got the ages correct. For background, neither of our families were happy when they found out we were expecting, but her family got over it after Haley was born. But mine cut me out. The only one who stayed in touch with me was my sister. My daughter doesn't know why I'm not in touch with my family because I don't want her to feel responsible. So my ex and I have always told her that I cut them out because I didn't like them. I have Haley with me every other week, and ex and I split costs of everything regarding her. We are on speaking terms but don't hang out often, only on Haley's birthday and Thanksgiving every year. I haven't been seeing my girlfriend, 36 female, for over a year now. She's not a kids person, doesn't want them, but is on good terms with Haley. My daughter will be leaving for college in another month, so she wanted to go shopping for new clothes and things she will need to set up for her new apartment. She wanted both me and her mother to go with her, and girlfriend wasn't invited. I was happy to, but my girlfriend wasn't. She didn't speak to me, but directly went to Haley and said that Haley was being disrespectful to girlfriend by making me spend a day with my ex. Haley then told my girlfriend that it would be the last time I would have to spend time with my ex, until the next milestone like her wedding or having children, etc. But it only upset girlfriend even further. When Haley told me about this, I was upset and told my girlfriend that if at any point she has a problem with what I do, she is to speak to me and not my kid. 3 days ago, when my daughter, girlfriend, and I were at my place, the topic of college came up. Haley asked me if I would ever consider going to college myself. I said no, and when she asked why, I told her that I felt a little old for it now, and I have a well-paying job, so it isn't necessary. When she asked if I would consider that if we're still 18, my girlfriend literally said, "Of course he would. You do realize that you being born is the reason his family cut him in the first place, right?" Haley got upset/angry and yelled at my girlfriend about how she could just not be happy that Haley has a stable life, and then called her some names. I was in too much shock to say anything, so I just asked my girlfriend to leave. I tried speaking to girlfriend the next day, but she said she wouldn't speak to me unless I punished my daughter to make her apologize to my girlfriend. I said no, I wouldn't make my daughter apologize. She hung up on me, and I have been getting texts from girlfriend's brothers calling me an a-hole for letting my daughter treat their sister like that. Haley has been avoiding me and her mom ever since. She leaves early, comes home late, and is eating out, and I can't help but blame my girlfriend for that. I know name-calling is bad, but I feel like girlfriend brought that on herself. Am I the a-hole here? Now for the top comments before reading the little update. Everyone sucks here except Haley and her mother. You're the a-hole because you haven't dumped your girlfriend. Why would you be with someone who is so disrespectful, insecure, rude, childish, and cruel to your daughter? You also didn't defend your daughter. I shouldn't have to tell you why your girlfriend is the a-hole. If I do, please see the paragraph above. The woman is jealous of his child, jealous of his ex, deliberately cruel to daughter, and he chooses to keep dating her? Some people's standards are so damn low. Not stay home. Your girlfriend's out of her freaking mind. Dump her immediately. You're the a-hole. She leaves early, comes home late, and is eating out, and I can't help but blame my girlfriend for that. Actually, you should blame yourself. You're the one who lied to your kid in the first place, and you're the one who started a relationship with a jealous, children-hating woman. After what she did, you should have known she would be petty enough to hurt your kid just because. I don't think you're going to see much of your kid from now on. P.S. Can't believe you haven't broken up with a girlfriend. Now for the little update. Dumped her. Just got off the phone. Thank you all.